Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here, welcome back to Gents. I hope you're well. I've heard the rumblings of a cheap clone brand. Better than Lattafa? Better than Afnan? Better than French Avenue? And so I had to do what anybody who has an unhealthy obsession with buying fragrances would do. I spent $200 to get some of them. And now it's time to see if it's true. It's more than just those. I also got these and this one. If you want to see what $200 of clones looks like from Fragrance Net, that's what it looks like. It's actually not very impressive. $200, I feel like used to get you a lot more. So there's been a lot of hype behind these fragrances, behind this brand, Bujairami. Bujairami. So they've done a lot of advertising, especially on TikTok, and I haven't actually smelled any of these, except for this one. I did open this one already, so I technically have cheated, but these other 5, we're gonna be smelling together here for the first time. And I wanna see kind of where it stacks up. You know, is this something that you need to rush out, you need to grab right now? Is this stuff that for $30 is annihilating all the other things out there? Because that's roughly what these came out to, about 30 bucks each. Or is it potentially a little bit more hype, you know, a little bit more show than go? So we'll figure that out. So like I said, these are at Fragrance Net. That's pretty much the only spot to scoop these up right now if you're in the US. I have it linked in the description in case you want to check these out. Let's get started right away with this one, the one that I have smelled. It's called The Rock Intensely. So that's this one right here. Kind of an interesting bottle design. It's got this like honeycomb kind of aesthetic to it. Multicolored glass. It actually looks okay as far as like the color scheme. It's like a ice cream or something. It does look slightly cheap up here where it's plasticky and has The Rock Intensely written in like an italicized font, just kind of randomly on there. But none of that matters if the fragrance rules. Oh, by the way, here's the box. Has a magnetic closure, so that's cool. Also looks like sherbet. I do enjoy that this fragrance is named after either the movie The Rock or perhaps Dwayne Johnson. Huh? Kid The Rock. I don't know. The Rock. I feel like it's The Rock, right? Dwayne. So this is supposed to smell like Stronger With You Intensely, hence the name The Rock Intensely. And as I said, I have smelled this one already. I've worn this one already, and it's okay. It's not really a one-to-one with Stronger With You Intensely. It leans more into like the lavender side of things. It does have a little bit of that sweetness, of course, but it's not got that same pop of, you know, warm, sticky, sweet, spicy chestnut kind of vibes that most of the Stronger With You fragrances are gonna give you, especially Stronger With You Intensely. Also, side by side, Stronger With You Intensely outperformed this one as well for me when I was testing it, so you know, there is that as well. It's not that it smells terrible, because it doesn't. It's just not really, you know, one-to-one for Stronger With You Intensely, if that's what you're looking for. It's also not gonna outperform Stronger With You Intensely. And on the whole, I think Stronger With You Intensely actually smells better. Now, I know that they have the Rock Absolutely. I saw that one too, and I probably should have gotten that one, but the color scheme here kind of drew me in. I like it. But I feel like maybe I should have gotten the Rock Absolutely, and that might have worked out a little bit better for me. On the whole, it's okay. It's kind of like middle of the pack, you know? Kind of like halfway up the ladder, you know? It's not anything where you smell it and go, this is one of the greatest things of all time. But it is one of those deals where you smell it and you go, 30 bucks? Yeah, that's fair. All right, so what are the other ones that we have, the ones I have not dug into? And I have already snipped the sticker on these to make it a little easier to, you know, bust through them. So we've got No Limit, which reminds me of Philip Plein, No Limits. This is me once again telling you, if you've never seen the Philip Plein No Limits commercial, search it up at some point. We have Date Night, different box style. I guess it looks a little bit cheaper than this one, and these are Eau de Parfum. This is Eau de Parfum also. It's Eau de Parfum, so I guess most of these are all Eau de Parfum. Then we have Blackjack. We have Extra Pulse. For when one pulse is not enough, you need one extra pulse. And then we got this one, it's the fanciest looking one. This is Mafia Boss. Yeah, it says it right there on the bottom. And a sticker. I love how Fragrance Net does that. They just slap the sticker on. They've done that before when I've purchased like expensive niche stuff, and they'll just throw it on the box itself that doesn't have cellophane for some reason, and I'm just like, oh, cool. I like it, thank you. Now when I try to peel it off, it's gonna leave crap all over the box and everything. Nice. So this one is an Extrait de Parfum, and this one was a little bit pricier than the other one, so yeah. Now they do have some really goofy names for some of their fragrances. I know their most popular one is Hectic, which is supposed to be imagination. That one was sold out though. So that's the one that's really been pushed, you know, that's the one that's like, oh, you gotta buy it, you gotta buy it. And to be fair, when I bought the Rock Intensely, it had a different bottle style on the website as compared to what I got here. So they got one fragrance called Kraka, which I know Australia, but like in the US, like Kraka. You got a fragrance called Kraka? What?
Who was on crack?
They have one called I Have Money. That's good. They have one called Flex, you know, so you can flex on your haters. They have one called Drip, they have one called Gas, and they have one called Riz. So yeah, it's almost like elementary school kids are naming them. Sick. Let's do No Limit. Let's check this out. So No Limit, no, not quite as colorful as my other dude over here. Other than that, fairly similar. The writing, the font is, oops, much smaller for some reason on this one, but that's okay. No Limit is very tiny. It's in like a 4-point font. No Limit. This one, I believe, is supposed to be similar to Pacific Chill. So, little Louis Vuitton, there we go. Let's check it out. Yeah, so it's got that green mint opening, you know, a little bit of currant, citrusy, fresh. So I got Pacific Aura right here. Just gonna do a quick little like side-by-side comparison. Yeah, Pacific Aura's got more push to it, a little more pop. This one though, a little bit sweeter. It's got like a nice little sweet tinge to it. This one is a little greener, a little bit brisker. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not like a one-to-one exactly, but to be fair, when it comes to Louis Vuitton style fragrances, most of the time they're not exactly one-to-ones. It usually has like introduction of this note or a twist on this note or whatever. This one almost has off the strip anyway, a little more sugar to it for me compared to Pacific Chill and other alternatives to that fragrance. Not screaming off the strip like I said, but smells really nice. Better than this one. This is better than that. The Stronger With You one kind of sucks actually, the more that it settles on that strip, but that's all right. These I just got in like a week ago, so you know, they haven't had time to grow up, mature as they say. What do we got next? Date Night. Gotta get to the bottom of these fragrances. This one says, we love making a difference in your life by creating our fragrances with passion, love, and the utmost dedication towards perfecting our perfumes in order to make you the products that you will enjoy with every second. That's a run-on sentence. So right here, the different style, Date Night, has the name of the brand on the back of the bottle right there. Cap is pretty lightweight. Let's check this out. See what Date Night is. All right, here we go. Nice atomizer. Ooh, oh man, okay. It's like, it's not that it smells bad. It's just like Layton, but make it mentholated. Yeah, it's like Layton with the Vicks Vapor Rub aspect ramped. That's kind of how it comes across. It's got good pop to it, like it's pushing out pretty well, better than this one here, better than that one there. And it has that Layton undertone to it, where it's got that, you know, that sexy, sweet, spicy, vanilla sort of scent profile going on. But then off the top here, especially off the strip, it really is like taking the mentholation aspect and just really ramping that up to where it becomes almost just everything you focus on, and all the other stuff falls away a little bit. I'm not sure off skin though if that would be the same thing or not, because especially stuff like that, sometimes it can get real tricky. Off a strip, you'll get that, and then when you spray it on skin, you'll be like, well, that's actually not that bad, or vice versa sometimes even. I don't like that. I gotta say, if we're talking cheap Layton clones, if you wanna go dirt cheap, I would just still stick with Detour Noir over this. Detour Noir Exclusive. You wanna spend a little more money, get the Woods collection, Dusk, that stuff is sick. Yeah, no. Blackjack. So same deal here, you know, presentation and everything is the same between here and there. This one, I'm not actually sure what this one's supposed to be. And I'll go back through these, you know, we'll see how they work out, how it shakes out as they get a little time on their strip. Blackjack, good atomizer. So this is supposed to be, I guess, Born in Roma Intense. So just do a couple sprays of that one here and just see kind of where the differences fall, at least on the strips again. Yeah. So Blackjack is absolutely not a one-to-one of Born in Roma Intense. I don't think it's actually trying to be. It's got more of an aromatic lean to it, more minerality to it almost, with a faint hint of stripped back clean earthiness when you first spray it on that kind of really hits you hard. Almost sort of a flintiness, you know, where it's taking the minerality and the earthiness and combining it into one. That's kind of how this hits when you first spray it. Whereas with Valentino Uomo Born in Roma Intense, you get that lavender, the vanilla, that kind of balance of fresh and sweet hitting at once. Much smoother, way smoother around the edges, the Valentino. Honestly, side by side, it's really not like turbo close or anything. This gets better as it dries down. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna do Mafia Boss next because this one has this sick presentation. Got this kind of like, you know, faux leather coating and everything, and then, whoop, there she's, Mafia Boss. And it has a little thingy down in here. So what is this? Mafia Boss Extrait de Parfum. A bold opulent blend. Actually, it says a bold opulent blends. Close enough. Of rum, olive and bitter orange, cardamom, pink pepper, ginger, bergamot, grapefruit, dried fruits, white tobacco, tuberose, sandalwood, saffron, osmanthus, orris, jasmine, tonka bean, myrrh, vanilla, patchouli, musk, cedar, and vetiver. And there are all sorts of typos through there. That's a lot of notes. Opulent blends, and we've got the Surder and Vertiver, the saffron. But it is a fragrance where sparkling spice, sweetness, and depth. I don't know what comes after that, but it is a fragrance where sparkling spice, sweetness, and depth. And then got some like ingredients and stuff. Nice. So this one right here is supposed to be Blonde Amber by Clive Christian, so pretty expensive, at least the original, you know? So let's go ahead and give this a spray. This one comes with a nice little wooden cap, I like that. Oh, good atomizer. Oh. It doesn't have a big opening off the strip anyway. I might spray a couple of these on skin here in just a second, you know, to see kind of how they work off skin. But the opening here is very muted off the strip compared to some of these other ones. It's spicy. You have a little bit of amber coming through. You don't really get any fruit, not really any to speak of off the strip. More a subdued, spicy, somewhat boozy, ambery scent profile. It doesn't smell bad, but I would say that there are much better blonde amber dupes out there, just as far as straight up dupes of that. Let's do extra pulse really quick, and then I can kind of run back through these and spray a couple on my skin, because I'm gonna have to do that for sure. All right, extra pulse, let's go. Okay. This is supposed to be Myself, Le Parfum by YSL. So yeah, that makes sense. I guess Pulse is the original, and then this one is the Le Parfum because it's extra Pulse. So the extra is the Le Parfum. So I grabbed it. Let me spray that one really quickly. Here we go. Boom. So this has more of an almost leather scent profile to it, the Bujairami. Like, yeah, like a little bit of a leather undertone to it. It's not too bad, actually. It's got decent similarities to Le Parfum. You get a little more sweetness from the YSL. The Bujairami comes across a little bit darker almost because it has that leather undertone to it that I'm picking up, and then less of the citrus coming through here. Orange Blossom comes through nicely though. It's not too bad. That one's not bad at all. All right, let me go back through these really quickly with the tester strip. I'll spray a couple on skin and just give you first impressions of the opening. This one's pretty good. I like this one. Really green, fresh, bright, brisk, a little sweetness. I like No Limit, that's not bad. Date night. It gets way better when it dries down. The opening, frankly, kind of sucks as far as latent alternatives go because the mentholation is just ramped up too much. It's out of balance. But as it dries down, it smells a whole lot better. This is Blackjack. That's the original. Nah, it's not close enough. It has an almost like peppery minerality to it that I don't really like. This is, for an extrait de parfum, this is piss weak off of the tester strip. And I know that this is supposed to be a brand that has like pretty big performance. So I'm wondering if off skin this stuff absolutely rips, or if after a little while, you know, it settles and it gets a whole lot better. But it's performing like that type of extrait that has a really high oil concentration. I'm not doubting that at all. But it's like those types that sit, you know, very close to the skin. They don't project heavily, they last an eternity, but they don't like really have much push. That's kind of how this one smells. And it's also just, you know, not very exciting. This one's pretty good. Extra pulse. It's still kind of a twist, you know, and I think it would appeal more if you're looking for slightly darker version of myself Le Parfum. I think between that and the original, I still prefer the original a little bit just because of that sweetness that it has that doesn't come through as much in here, but this is still really well done. So I guess from these, I'll spray this on skin because that one's iffy, and then we'll do, oh no, let's do these two. So date night first. This is the one where had that kind of mentholation, you know? I just want to see if that comes across on skin or not. It may not. Not as bad, not as bad. Still a little syrupy, kind of. And I think I'd still probably lean for some of the other ones, but you know, it's not a car crash. Blackjack. Ooh. Atomizers are solid, man. You can drench yourself with these. No. It's part of the way there of Born in Roma Intense, which is a fragrance that I've worn a lot, but it's more aromatic still. A little more green, a little more flinty. I would imagine though, as it dries down, it probably gets closer and better. It's just that opening is not quite hooking me. It's not terrible though. This one gets better as it dries down. I don't mind that too much. I would still lean the other ones, but it gets pretty good. All right, so that's the first haul of the brand. I'm gonna try to get some of the other more hyped ones. I would say as far as a ranking out of these, like top three, I'd probably go this one, this one, this one, in that order. And then after that, this one, this one, and this one in last. It's like nothing is coming through the strip there. I'm gonna wear these on skin. I'm gonna let them age and we'll see how it goes. I'll also buy some more, but there you go. That's 200 bucks. Where would I put this as far as ranking against other houses? Probably put it somewhere like with Riffs, something like that. In terms of quality of what's going on here, this is kind of close-ish to Paris Corner, something like that. Yeah, I would say Paris Corner. Like some Paris Corner fragrances crush and then others kind of suck. That's what these are. Some of these are actually smelling pretty good. Some of them are not. I will say that date night, as this dries down, is smelling a lot better. The opening off a strip is rough, but off skin is pretty good after the first 5 minutes. So Blackjack I don't like as much. It's rougher around the edges in comparison to the OG. It's me from the future. So I wore these fragrances all day and I kind of wanted to do just a real quick update. Date night, the Leighton one, the opening I still don't really like, but as it dries down, it gets a lot better. Now I think for most people, you could still roll with the other dupes out there and be much better off because the opening is gonna be better, but as it dries down, it's solid. It's maybe not crazy strong as far as performance goes, but it smells good. Blackjack, as far as a Born in Roma Intense dupe, which is what it's supposed to be, I think it fails completely. Unless this is a batch that's off or something like that, there's really not vanilla here. It dried down to just kind of a generic ambroxany woody note, you know, like a little bit of a stripped back vetiver. It doesn't have that combo of the fresh lavender and the sweet vanilla that really elevates what Born in Roma Intense is. Instead, it's just a very boring woody aroma chemical kind of thing. I really don't like it. I thought it was gonna get better as it dried down, but it got worse. So I just kind of wanted to do this update because the Leighton one got really nice and the Born in Roma Intense one, no. All right, guys, I wanna thank you for hanging with me. Let me know some of the other ones from this brand I need to check out. I know Hectic, but they have a lot, and so I don't wanna waste, you know, $200 more getting stuff that sucks. So if you could let me know kind of what to be on the lookout for. Thank you guys, stay safe out there, take care of yourselves. I'll see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.